I wanted to make a video on INAROS. I really did. I even made a build for him, but for some unexplainable reason I got blindsided by Gara. I know that some of you have been aging for this build longer than for Grand Theft Auto 6, so finally, here it is, my take on Gara. You can get Gara's main blueprint by completing Saya's Vigil quest and her component blueprints by doing Plains of Eidolon bounties. Gara also has a prime variant. Whenever Gara activates an ability, she has a chance to blind nearby enemies and open them to finishers. The chance to blind enemies increases with every cast until the enemies are blinded. To simplify, if you keep casting abilities, you will eventually trigger this effect. First ability is a Shattered Lash. Depending on whether you hold or simply press the ability button, Gara either launches a piercing projectile in a line or performs a swipe attack. The damage of this ability can be increased with ability strength, some melee weapon mods, melee combo counter and some other buffs and effects. Gara's second ability is a Splinter Storm. You have probably realized by now that this ability is what makes Gara very strong. When activated, Gara can surround herself, allies or even enemies with shards of glass that deal damage. While under the effect of this ability, Gara and her allies will also receive up to 90% damage reduction, while the enemies will take more damage. There are ways to increase the damage of this ability, but before I show you how to do that, I have to explain her remaining abilities. The third ability is called the Spectro Rage. Gara summons a ring of spinning mirrors which will taunt enemies inside the ring. If an enemy breaks a mirror, they will take damage. If a fixed number of mirrors is destroyed, all of them will collapse and deal damage. If Gara or allies have an active Splinter Storm and are near a mirror broken by an enemy, the storm's damage will increase. The final collapse at the end won't increase the damage of the storm. Gara's last ability is Mass Vitrify. After you press the button, Gara will gain invulnerability and start expanding a glassy barrier. Pressing the button again will cause Gara to stop casting the ability and set the barrier in place. Obviously, this barrier absorbs damage. Every enemy hit while channeling this ability will increase the barrier's health. Enemies hit by the expanding glass will be immobilized and will take extra damage. Keep in mind that this barrier is not a single entity. Enemies can destroy some parts of the barrier while other parts can be still active. Casting this ability will refresh the duration of Splinter Storm on Gara or on allies if they touch the expanding glass. The entire barrier can be shattered by hitting it with Gara's first ability. This will cause an explosion that will deal damage to enemies. Standing in the explosion radius with an active Splinter Storm will also increase the storm's damage. If you want to reach millions of damage, this is what you need to know. Activate Splinter Storm. Create a barrier around Gara, it doesn't have to be really big. Shatter it with the first ability and increase the damage of the storm. Keep casting her fourth ability and keep shattering it with her first ability. You can occasionally use the Ring of Mirrors, but I personally replaced that ability with Rhino's Roar because of the extra damage. The amount of Storm's damage increase depends on the damage of Shattered Lash and some other things like the damage of Mass Vitrify. The best way to increase the amount of damage increase of the Storm is to increase the damage of Shattered Lash. This can easily be done by equipping a melee weapon with a high amount of total damage. I don't want to go too much into stat sticks, but basically we need a stat stick. I hope you are familiar with those. If you are not, stat sticks are melee weapons that aren't really used for attacking and dealing damage. Their main purpose is to enhance the damage of Warframe abilities, like in this case. I need a weapon that will increase the damage of Shattered Lash. Any weapon can work. Some are better, some are worse, but I chose War. I am not really sure if this is a really good stat stick, but I am happy with the results. This is my build for the War. It is just pure damage with one mod for melee combo duration and melee retaliation for pure damage increase. The reason I set this up like this is because, as far as I can tell, status chance, critical chance, attack speed and stuff like that have no real effect on Shattered Lash. I might be wrong here, but I tried increasing those stats and I am disappointed. One thing that makes a big difference is the combo multiplier. There are a couple of ways to increase melee combo and I think you will be surprised after I show you how I am doing it. I tried using melee crescendo. This looks like a good idea, but I don't enjoy feeling the combo at the start and the entire process is a little bit long, annoying and dangerous because War is not doing a lot of finisher damage and almost always enemies just tune out before I can personally send them to heaven. Swinging the sword around also isn't efficient because yet again enemies immediately give up on life after they barely get caught by one shard of glass. The only option that I think works great is to just go into full melee mode and pretend that you are that annoying mercenary guy before he became popular. Blocking will increase melee combo and you can reach a 12 times multiplier relatively fast. Between the mass Vitrify Shattering Lash combo, if needed, block for a little bit to refresh the duration and you can reach millions of damage before War shows up pretending to be the worst sugar daddy I have seen. Like always, I have a build for Steel Pad and a build for new players. A beginner's build for Gara would look something like this. Combined with Storm's damage reduction, this gives enough survivability, and if you keep stacking damage on the Storm, you should have no problems going through the star chart. Also, this is a sort of beginner's build for a melee weapon, just in case you need some help with that. This is the build for Steel Pad. I haven't really invested into duration because I find 14 seconds enough time to press one button twice in a quick succession. One other thing I should say here is that this build isn't really tanky, or at least not as tanky as some people would prefer. If you watched my guides before, you know that I like to live dangerously. To me, 90% damage reduction from the Storm and invulnerability on the 4th ability, combined with some other Warframe shenanigans, are enough to keep me alive. Primed Redirection is not here for survival. It is here to satisfy my addiction to big numbers. I personally think that having a build that turns Gara into a glass cannon is not a choice. It is a life-given obligation. I find it poetic. Gara's Storm can reach millions of damage, and the question is not if, the question is when. If you want to reach those numbers later, you can replace Augur Secrets, Streamline or Stretch with something more survival oriented. For the Archon shards, I have 2 yellow for casting speed and 3 red for ability strength. This is also variable, but I would definitely advise you to invest into some casting speed. My final thoughts on Gara. I had a version of this build a long time ago, but then I think that for some reason the ability to refresh the Storm's duration was removed, so basically Gara was pathetic. If you have seen my promising shorts, you might have noticed that lately I have talked about Gara. I noticed that for some reason the Storm is now amazing, so I just modernized the build. I think that Gara is very strong. This playstyle can get boring for a while and it can also be heavy on the fingers and hand. There are also some other issues regarding how viable this is in some specific missions. She may not be for every mission out there, but I think that having 10 to 15 million damage around 5 minutes in the mission and just walking around is good. Enjoy the rest of your life and let me know what do you think about this.